The chapter is Financial Market 2, Unit 3. The chapter name is Securities Exchange Board of India, shortly we called as SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India. From the last two lessons, we studied about the money market and capital market. So, money market will run with the help of the security market. If there is any investors, we can buy and sell securities. So, Securities and Exchange Board of India is an important one to run the capital and the money market. So, Securities and Exchange Board of India was established in the year 1988 as a non-statutory body. In the year 1992 only, the Government of India given statutory powers, and the SEBI Act 1992 being passed by the Indian Parliament. SEBI has its headquarters at Mumbai, and the other regions are New Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai and Ahmedabad respectively. So the main headquarters is at Bandra Kurla complex in Mumbai, and other regional offices New Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai and Ahmedabad. Initially, SEBI was a non-statutory body without any statutory power. However, in 1992, SEBI has given a statutory power by the Government of India. So, in India, Securities and Exchange Board of India got statutory power in the year 1992. After that, only the Act passed, Securities and Exchange Board of India Act 1992. The SEBI is managed by its members, directors, assistant, organizers and additional directors. Here we are going to see about the organization structure of SEBI. So first, main director. This organizational structure is divided into three types. First, main director. Apart from that, the subordinates are first one, additional directors and deputy directors. The second structure is additional director, deputy directors and assistant director. After that, section officers. Then third category, director, technical directors, deputy directors and assistant directors, and last one, technical assistants. So, Securities and Exchange Board of India is an apex body that maintains and regulates our capital market. It was established in 1988, but it got the statutory powers in 1992. So, nowadays our economical status has defined with the help of this SEBI. This is the headquarters of SEBI. So, Securities and Exchange Board of India is an important doing the work. First one, monitoring the working of mutual funds. Then restrict the illegal practice. Plays a great role in protecting investor interest. If there is no investor, no securities. So, securities stock exchange work is important to protect the interest of the investors. Then regulate working of stock exchange, conduct audit and inspection, prohibit insiders activities. So, these are the main functions of the SEBI. So, SEBI, main functions of the SEBI is monitoring and working of the control. And then objectives of SEBI. There are various objectives. The first one we are going to see about the regulation of stock exchange. The first objective of SEBI is to regulate stock exchange so that efficient services may be provided to all parties of operating there. Then protection to the investors. The capital market is meaningless without investors. So, it is important to protect the interest of the investors. Then checking the insider trading. Insider trading means the buying and selling of securities by directors, promoters, etc. This affects the interest of the general investors and is essential to check this tendency. So many steps have been taken to check insider trading through the medium of SEBI. Control over brokers. It is important to supervise and check the activities of the brokers and other middlemen in order to control the capital market. To regulate their activities, it was necessary to establish the SEBI. So these are the main objectives of SEBI. First one, regulation of stock exchange, protection to the investors, checking the insider trading, control over the brokers. Then functions of SEBI. Securities and Exchange Board of India is the nodal agency and safeguard the interest of investor and the Indian financial market. SEBI performs three key functions: quasi-judicial and quasi-executive. It drafts regulation and conduct investigation, enforcement action, and it passes ruling and orders. So the key functions of SEBI, three. First one, quasi-legislative, quasi-judicial and quasi-executive. The other functions are, first one, the safeguarding the interest of investor by means of adequate education and guidance. For example, it issues notice booklet for the information, assistance and protection of small investors. Then second point, regulating and controlling the business on stock market. Third one, conduct inspection and inquiries of stock exchange. Then barring insider trading in securities. Prohibiting deceptive and unfair method used by the financial intermediaries. Then registering and controlling the functioning of stock brokers, sub-brokers, share transfer agents. Then SEBI issues guidelines and instruction to business concerning capital issues. Then separate guidelines are provided for initial public issues made by the listed companies. Then SEBI regulate mergers and acquisition. Acquisition means purchase. Merge means to join the company. So the SEBI regulate the mergers and acquisitions as a way to protect the interest of investors. Then registering and controlling the functioning of collective investment schemes such as mutual fund. The aim of Securities and Exchange Board of India is to maintain effective supervision and avoid any unfair and anti-investor actions. Promoting self-regulatory organization of intermediaries. It has an extensive legal powers. Having said that, self-regulation is preferable to external regulations. Then carrying out steps in order to develop the capital market by having an accommodating approach. Provide appropriate training to financial intermediaries. This function is great for healthy environment. Then levying fee or any other type of charge. And last one, performing functions that may be assigned to by the central government of India. These are the main functions of SEBI. There are 14 points are given. First 3 key functions, after that 14 functions are given. So the main functions is to protect and restrict stock exchange and the insider barriers, performing functions, levy fee. If central government given any order means it should be fulfilled by the Securities and Exchange Board of India. The next heading is powers of SEBI. The various powers of stock exchange are explained. First one, powers relating to stock exchange and intermediaries. What are the powers of stock exchange and intermediaries? SEBI has a wide power regarding the stock exchange and intermediaries dealing in securities. Then power to impose monetary penalties. SEBI has been empowered to impose monetary penalties on capital market intermediaries. Then power to initiate actions in functions assigned. SEBI has the power to initiate actions in regard to function assigned. For example, it can issue guidelines to different intermediaries. Then power to regulate insider trading. SEBI has the power to regulate insider trading or can regulate the functions of merchant bankers. Then powers under Securities Contract Act. For effective regulation of stock exchange, the Ministry of Finance issued a notification on 13th September. 1994, delegating several of its powers under the Securities Contract Act. SEBI is also empowered by the Finance Ministry to nominate 3 members on the governing body of exchange. So then power to regulate business of stock exchange. SEBI is also empowered to regulate the business stock exchange, intermediaries, assistants. Then these are the powers of SEBI.